started a show full of fun and unintentional things. DaHoShow, streaming on YouTube for thee. DaHoShow, the courts have compelled me to warn you, it's me you will see. Streaming and gaming and talking and fussing. DaHoShow, it's free. And good evening. Welcome to another host show. Today, we got two things we're going to do today. One of the things we're going to do is, remember Puzzle Agent? Well, this is a Puzzle Agent Part 2. And apparently it's because the first Puzzle Agent kind of ended with kind of ambiguously, so I guess they decided to do Part 2 to explain Part 1. But anyway, I got it. And we're going to play it today. Another thing that we're going to discuss is I have a brand new prop that I've been waiting for like forever to get. And I finally got it. And this is him. Come on out. His name is Kent, by the way. Come on out, Kent. Dun, 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 dun. There you go. These, ladies and gentlemen, is a bobblehead of a guy called Kent Howard. He likes to go by the name of Dr. Dino. He lives in Florida. And he cons people out of their money so he can earn a living. He's mostly one of those evangelical Christians that say, believe in me and give me money. But he's a little bit more evil than that, although he might not think so. Anyway, if you want to get familiar with Ken Hovind, you can look at his Wikipedia page. Kent E. Hovind, born January 15th, 1953. So he's like about 4 years older than me. So he's like, what, 66. Is an American Christian fundamentalist, evangelist, fundamentalist evangelist. That's all right. And tax protester. He is a controversial figure in the young Earth's creationist movement, whose ministry focuses on denial of scientific theories in the fields of biology, evolution, geophysics, and cosmology, in favor of a literal interpretation of the Genesis creation narrative found in the Bible. Hovind's view, which combine elements of creation science and conspiracy theory, are dismissed by the scientific community as fringe theory and pseudo-scholarship. He is controversial within the young Earth creationist movement, and Answers in Genesis openly criticize him for continued use of discredited arguments abandoned by others in the movement. Hovind established Creation Science Evangelism, CSE, in 1989, and Dinosaur Adventureland in 2001. In Pensacola, Florida. He frequently spoke with young Earth creationism in schools, churches, debates, and on radio and television broadcasts. His son Eric Hovind took over the operation of CSE after Hovind began serving a 10-year prison sentence in January of 2007 for federal convictions for failing to pay taxes, obstructing federal agents, and structuring cash transactions, money laundering. If you go to his page, you'll be able to read a lot of the stuff here. And there's like tons of notes here, of references to everything you would want to know about him. Now, keep in mind, this is Wikipedia, so as far as who put all this in here, it's hard to tell. It might have been Ken Hovind himself, or other people that know him or don't know him, or just anybody. Let me see. Dr. Dino, he sentenced in Pensacola for 10 years. Let me see. Most of Hovind's arguments are based on religion. For example, he claims to be employed by God and so has no income. He also formed Corporation Soul, which he claimed would be exempt from federal income tax. I don't know how he figured that out. He's a new Earth creationist who rejects all scientific evidence on both evolution and the age of the Earth, instead believing in a literal interpretation of the Bible of Genesis, of the book of Genesis, which would put the Earth at only a few thousand years old, about 6,000 or 7,000 years old, and which would put all the creatures on Earth simultaneously. So he believes that dinosaurs coexisted with early man. Cole claims to have a college degree from Midwestern Baptist College, Pontiac, Michigan, and a doctorate from Patriot University. Patriot University is basically just a diploma mill. Let's see. He established a purported religious ministry under the name of Creation Science Evangelism, based in Pensacola, Florida, and a pseudo-religious theme park known as Dinosaur Adventureland, and also in Pensacola, Florida. In 1996, he filed for bankruptcy. Yeah, and then the government sued him. He's been in and out of the courts, basically since the 90s, because of all his shenanigans. Let's see. Corporation Soul Hovind purchased his Corporation Soul documents from Glenn Stoll, Stoll. Stoll claims to be an attorney, but has never attended law school and has no license to practice law. The name of his company is Remedies at Law. Stoll associates with a cult known as Embassy of Heaven, and is featured on their website due to having been arrested for sporting false credentials. Let's see. According to the tax court, Hovind also sold good news for 1040 filers, a video by Joe Sweet, who promoted the use of unincorporated businesses, trust organizations to evade federal income tax, and who was permanently enjoined from organizing, promoting, marketing, or selling the tax shelter or arrangement entitled. Yeah, just a bunch of cons. That's all he does. He's a con man. So anyway, a few years ago, he decided to start something called Whack an Atheist, basically based on the whack-a-mole game, and where he takes a caricature of SpongeBob SquarePants and a mallet, and he talks about atheists. He picks people out from the crowd and stuff. He said, okay, we're going to talk about this atheist now. And so that inspired me to promote this, which I call Whack a Deceiver. And this is Kent. And so what we're going to do, we're going to review his videos that he puts out. He puts out at least once a day. He's pretty prolific on his videos. He can put anywhere from 5 to 7 a week. He usually does about one a day. But we're going to critique his videos, especially the ones that, where he whacks atheists. And every time he tells a lie, we're going to whack a deceiver. So that's what this is. This is called Whack a Deceiver with Ken Hovind. Okay? So, in the future, that's going to be one of my my little things that we're going to be doing. All right, Kent. Bye. There you go. All right, Kent, you stay over there. And we'll get back to you real soon. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go play a game, which is Puzzle Agent 2. So let's go here. Yeah, let's go there. And let's go to the PlayStation. What else we gotta do? Oh, we gotta do this. We gotta move this over here. Yeah. And then we're gonna come over here. Yep. All right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your gaming pleasure, we're going to play Puzzle Agent 2, The Return of the Crossword, I guess. There we go. Let's play game.
Nelson Tethers, Department of Puzzle Research. Just arrived in Scoggins, Minnesota. There's a weird man staring at me. Some kind of thing going on at the local eraser factory. Locals report hearing whispers. Snow must be playing tricks on my eyes. For a second, I thought I saw...
Can Nelson see the unique details of the moon? Rotate the rings of the scope until each ring is locked in place and each column of symbols contains no duplicates. Alright. Each ring is locked in place and each column of symbols contains no duplicates. Column of symbols. Column of symbols contains no duplicates. There's 1, 2, 3 rings. So 1, 2, 3. There you go. No duplicates. Each locked contains no duplicates. There's duplicates here. See this. No duplicates. There's duplicates there. Okay, let's try that. Okay, that's locked. That's locked. That's not locked. There you go. Okay, no duplicates. No duplicates. No duplicates. No duplicates. No duplicates. No duplicates. That should be it, right? Watch me be rejected. Ah! I got accepted. There you go. Top agent. Why is there a hidden person on the moon? Is this a figment of Nelson's imagination? Looks like it.
Eraser Factory is back open, even though Foreman Isaac Davner remains missing. The Bureau's marking this case officially closed.
Ingram?
Oh, hiya, Nelson. Thought you'd left for the night.
Ingraham?
How are things going in vegetable crimes?
The guys in leafy greens are pretty busy, but you know how dull it is in roots and tubers. We haven't had a real case since the Taro murders back in '76. What I wouldn't give to see some field action like you did. Puzzle division. Wow!
Are you looking through the Scoggins file?
I sure am. Oh, I hope you don't mind. It's just, I'm kind of a fan. You didn't just reopen some Eraser Factory. You completely cracked that case like it was some first-timer's letter substitution puzzle.
Yeah, crack that case wide open. So, what are you doing in my office?
Check it out! I just solved the latest from Japanese puzzle master Hanji Monosaki. It's rated 4 dragons. Looks like you've got some competition in the puzzle-solving department.
Yeah, about that.
Can you solve this 4-dragon puzzle design by puzzle master Hanji Monosaki? What is the next number? This sequence. In this sequence should be. What is the next number in this sequence? 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, I guess. No? 10. Or 13. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 13 then. Where is it? Submit. Rejected. Betcha. Yeah. Sometimes the simplest answer is the correct one. That wasn't the simplest answer. In this sequence, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. The simplest answer, right? It's not 13. Is that a 1 or a 7? I guess it's a 7, huh? Not a 1? Yeah, 1 would have something down here. So that's a 7, 2. Okay. 11 plus 1 is 12, minus 5 is 7, minus 5 is 2. Minus 5 would be a negative 3. But you can't put a negative 3. Plus 1 is 12. 12 minus 7. 12 minus 5 is 7. 7 minus 5 is 2. So it's a plus then. Plus 1. So it would be 3. Minus 5. So is 1, plus 1 is that. Minus 5, plus 1. Plus 1. Rejected. Yeah. Oh! Okay, I got it. Yeah. Alright. The simplest answer, yeah. Each number represents the hours on a clock, starting from 11. Ah, the hours on a clock. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. I thought it was math, not a clock. Okay.
Nice try, Jim, but you see here.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Don't worry, you almost... Hey, Jim, if you like puzzles, maybe you could do me a huge favor. I'm gonna be taking some time off, and I've still got all these tapes from the Scoggins case.
You want me to log them into evidence? These tapes must have all the puzzles.
Thanks, Jim. And I'll probably be recording more notes while I'm away.
I mean, he had
No
one more
problem.
question asked.
Just mail them back to me and I'll file them through vegetable crimes.
Thanks for the help, Jim.
Yeah, Nelson. Have a good trip to... wherever.
The Bureau's marking this case officially closed, but I can't leave it like this. The factory foreman is still missing, and there has to be some rational explanation for all the things I've seen. It's going to take all my vacation time, but I won't be able to relax until I've found Isaac Dapper and gotten to the bottom of this case. The only way to do that is to go back to Scoggins, Minnesota. I'm finally back in Scoggins. The place is a lot quieter at night. I don't see any of the familiar townspeople. I'm going to check into Valda's Inn and get a fresh start on the case in the morning.
See any gum there? I guess there was some gum there. There's some gum here. I guess. But I don't even see it. I see that one. Yeah, this sucker's kind of buggy. What was her name? Myrtle?
Oh my, Mr. Agent Tethers.
Good evening, Mrs. Garrett.
Mrs. Garrett.
Dear. I mean, good evening, Agent Tethers. I didn't expect to see the FBI back here in town, not now that the eraser factory's back up and running.
This is just a personal trip. Has anyone heard from the factory foreman, Isaac Davner?
What? Who? Oh, no. I mean, I don't recall anyone with that name.
I never did get to try your famous hot dish.
Ooh, well, have a seat and I can whip up. I mean, we're all out. No, sir, not a scrap of it anywhere. Can't make any hot dish for the guests just come in from the cold.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
I suppose the factory's still running with no problems?
Oh, yeah. Our plant supplies the White House with all of its erasers, don't you know?
Yes, ma'am. It's a national treasure.
And you helped us get to the bottom of that nasty incident like a real town hero.
Well, it was no...
Which is why it's so unusual that you'd be back in town again.
Do you know where I can get some chewing gum?
Gum? Oh my, no. You won't find a stick of it anywhere in town. Not until spring at the earliest, and maybe not even then.
Why do you say that?
There have been rumblings in the town council trying to ban it within city limits.
But gum's the only thing that helps me concentrate.
Yeah, it's all part of the new Keep Scoggins Beautiful campaign. It's just a darn shame. You can see pieces stuck to walls and trees everywhere you look.
I'll be on the lookout for it. Could I get the same room I had last time?
Oh no, oh dear, this is terrible. We're completely booked up, I'm afraid. No vacancies.
No vacancies? In Scoggins?
Oh yeah, lots of, tourists. Here for the snow and, erasers. Look, you can see here for yourself.
Martha claims she has booked all of the rooms in the inn. Can you figure out room assignments that will satisfy everyone's request and spare room for Nelson to stay in? There are 6 rooms at the inn, 3 on each side, on each floor. The guest requests are: Mr. Maxwell insists on he stay on the floor above Miss LaRue. Miss Dimpleton will not stay on a floor with more men than women. And Mr. Blesson and Mr. Carlman always get rooms on the same floor. There are 6 rooms, 3 guests. It's not going to be all built. Okay, she won't stay on a room with more than 2 men, he says. Miss Dillon won't stay on a room with more men than women. She won't stay in a room with more men than women. Okay, so let's put her there. Let's put her there. Let's put him there. And Blessing and Carlman and Maxwell. Right there. Okay. So Maxwell insists to stay on the floor above Miss LaRue. Maxwell insists he stay on the floor above Miss LaRue. So put the women on the first floor then. Maxwell wants to Miss LaRue. Mr. Blessed and Mr. will always get rooms on the same floor. Mr. Carlman always get a room on the same floor. That should be it, right? Accepted! Hey, agent, top agent, damn! Mr. Maxwell requests to stay on the floor above Miss LaRue helps keep the rest of the guests in place. Okay. Request for more women than men on the floor requires her to be on the same floor as Miss LaRue on the lower floor. Carlman doesn't want to stay on the same floor and the top of the floor as There you go.
It looks like there's a room available.
Well, isn't this embarrassing? Ah, that room is being, fumigated. Ghosts.
Ghosts?
Fumigated from
No,
ghosts.
not ghosts. The other thing.
Bedbugs?
Oh, heavens, no. Of course it's not bed bugs. It's, painters.
The room's being fumigated for painters?
Don't be silly, Agent Tethers. I mean to say the room's being painted. I'm sorry, but you'll just have to look somewhere else.
But it's freezing, and this is the only hotel in...
Yeah, no vacancies. You'll just have to go outside.
Stove still working fine, Ms. Garrett? Good, then I just won't go anywhere near it ever again.
Okay. You can't go out the door? And he's already looked at that.
I kind of miss the wooden gnome collection, Ms. Garrett. Made the whole place seem creepier. Scoggins hasn't wasted any time making me feel unsettled and unwelcome. Tried to check into the hotel, only to be told there were no vacancies. Unless the town's become a tourist hotspot, the innkeeper is trying to hide something. Just heard something from the alley behind the hotel. The alley where I saw one of those creatures. I'm going to investigate.
That's where the screwdriver was at.
Oh, it's just the door.
So you got a room?
The noises in the alley turned out to be nothing more sinister than a back door to a warm room for the night. There has to be a reason Mrs. Garrett doesn't want anyone to know I'm staying here. But that, is a mystery for tomorrow.
Let's go to bed, huh? There's some gum there. I guess there's some gum over there.
I wonder if I could sneak this painting out in my carry-on luggage.
Why?
I wonder if I could sneak...
More gum?
Ah, a hidden people lamp to stare at me all night while I sleep. Comforting.
Help trace a sighting of the hidden people by arranging these photos in order. Photos in order. Like that? No, he's already got foot tracks there. So I guess it would be this one. And this one. And then this one. Like that. Right. Accepted. Special grade A. Top agent. Left in the snow. The first source. Easy to make. Yep.
Well, that wasn't so hard.
Okay, go to bed.
It's clear now that the mysteries of Scoggins go deeper than the incident at the eraser factory. And I'm convinced I made the right choice to come back. Assuming, of course, I make it through the night.
Yeah, the guy in the spacesuit again. They want to scare the shit out of him. Does not exist. Huh. Discover the secret message by placing the names of Scoggins' missing residents in the order they disappeared, starting from the first to go missing. I thought there was only one guy that went missing. Haldor Magnusson, Will Medlock, Daryl Button, the Jix. What? What I gotta do? Discover the secret message by placing the names of Scoggins' missing residents in the order they disappeared, starting from the first to go missing. So you got 11, 7. 10. 11, 7. Could be, see, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. K. There's a K there. So what do I do here?
It's no good. Someone knows I'm in town because I've just received a note. Isaac Davner does not exist. I won't have any idea what that means until I've gotten enough information to solve the puzzle on the other side. My first priority tomorrow is to take this note into town and find out what these names have in common.
Okay.
Stupid flyers. Crash of a black moon.
Excuse me. Daryl, was it?
Hang on, Hey, you're that FBI guy.
Special Agent Tethers, Puzzle Research Division.
Yeah, well, I've got a missing person case for you guys to solve.
The factory foreman?
That's old news. I'm talking about my brother Daryl.
Could you tell me more about your brother's disappearance?
We were out past Sesame Woods a couple of days ago. Daryl split off on his own because he said we were in Barrelope country.
Barrelope?
Oh, they're real. Don't doubt it.
And he was scared of them.
Scared? Nah, he went hunting for him. Haven't seen him since.
Have you seen or heard from Isaac Davner since I left?
Who?
The foreman of the eraser factory. He went missing after the factory shut down.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah, figures. People here go missing all the time.
Do you know anything about the hidden people?
Great. My brother goes missing, and the FBI comes to ask me about forest gnomes.
You don't believe in them?
You should have come here earlier, when I was 4 years old, and listened to bedtime stories.
Where have you been putting up those flyers?
I've been getting permission first. It's legal.
Need any help?
Sure. Federal tax dollars at work.
Daryl is passing out flyers in the neighborhood, but the flyer bandit is at large and will steal them. Figure out where to place the stacks to ensure 50 flyers reach the end of the path. 50 flyers will make it to the other side of town. Each person will pick up one paper. At a fork in the road, half will take the left path. The bandit will steal the flyers from anyone who passes by him. The bandit is at one of the 3 locations marked with an A. Marked with a question mark. Nobody knows which one. So I gotta put him in here. And 23. Okay, at the fork, half the people go left. Okay, at the fork, half the people go left. Alright. At the fork, half the people go left. Oh, it's 24. I need 50 flyers. Half of 22 is 11. One more is 12. Okay. 24 minus 12. 4 and 3 is 6. Okay, that's right. And 8 and 3 is 12. 8 and 3 is 11. And 1 more is 12. How are you going to get 50 out of that? No? 27. Ensure that exactly 52 files will make it to the other side of town. Each person will pick up one paper. At a fork in the road, half will take the left path. From anyone who passes by him. The men will steal the flyers from anyone who passes by them. That one of the three locations marked with nobody knows which one. Okay, so let me see here. So this is right here. That's 27. 37 and 5 is 41. Okay, 37 and 3 is 30. So 3 is 30. Right? 27 and 13 is 30. So I need 20 more. 20 more. It's 22. 27 and 13 is 30. 22 it's 52. 52. 12 and 7 is 19. 27 is 46. Okay. 19 and 20 is 39 and 3 is 41. Ooh. 20 43 55 Okay, 12 is 24, 36, 47. So 12 is 24, and 11 is 35, and 15 is 50. Okay, let's try that one. Rejected. So this is wrong here. Does it change every time I... So let's do this thing. Okay. 35. Maybe 51. 12 and 5. 17. No, it's not. Okay, 12 and 15. That's 27. And 4 is 31. I need 19 more. 24 and 21 is 45. Let's see, 11 and 13 is 24. And 12 is 36. Nope. 11 and 16 is 27. And 11 is 38. And 12 is 50. Let's try that one. No, it's wrong too. Yeah. Okay. So it's this one here. I gotta add these two up there. Okay. That's 45. And 5 is 50. Okay. 16. 26 and 3 is 29. 40 is 29 and 20 is 49. It's 51. 15, 25, 28, and 20 is 48 and 3, no. So that's 15 and 15 is 30. And 15 is 30. 16 and 16 is 32. 42 and 1, no, that ain't it either. 23 and 4 is 27. And 5 is 32. 42, 43. 42, 51. Okay, 23 and 4 is 27. 37 and 7 is 44. Nope, that ain't either. 27. 37 and 9 is 46. 5 is 51. 22 is 46. 17, 28, 29. No, I didn't need it. Okay, 7 and 1 is 8. 18 and 2 is 20. We need 30 more. 8 and 12 is 20. 8 and 12 is 20. 16 and 12 is 28. 2 is 30. Okay, that can be it. Let's try that one. Ah, fuck. Alright. Alright. So, I guess this is it, because I've been trying these two. Okay, let's try this right here. Okay. 39. Okay, 12, 4, 16, 17, 6 on 32, 33. All towards 24, 5. The 24. 1 is 25. So that's 8, 28, and 4 is 32. Okay, that could be it. No, it's still wrong. Huh. Okay. Let's try a hint then. Find a way to distribute the same number of flyers in locations where the bandit may strike. Find a way to distribute the same number of flyers. Distribute the same number of flyers. Ensure that 12 flyers are distributed to each of the bandits' known whereabouts. Oh, so I gotta do 12 here, okay. Okay, so it's 12 there. So it's 36. There's 12. 30. You get 22 there. So half of them is go there. So 11 go here. Where do you get the other one? You get the other one from there. Okay, and then here I need they go. So 11 goes here. 8, 19 and 6. 19 and 3, that's 22. How to get 12 each one. Okay, so to get 12 here, I need 24, right? I'll get 12 there. Because 12 is 24. So because shit. How do you get 12 there? That's the only way to get 12 there. So I'm putting that there. Okay, how do I get 12 here? Okay, 9. 21. Change that. Okay, I get 12 and 12 there and 21 there. So I get it. Minus 9. Wow. Yes, no, I can't put that there. Unless put it here. 6. 18. 12. It's 20. 27. 18. Still know I can get it. It's right there. Yeah, see, 12, 12. Okay. 12 and 12. 14. How do I get rid of this 14? Still has 14. Still 14. There we go. How the hell did I do that? Okay, 22, 24, 286. Grade F. Borderline. Key is to ensure that the same number of flyers are distributed to each of the bandits' zones. It doesn't matter which zone is attacked, the same number of flyers are delivered. Alright.
There you go. That should get everybody in town on the lookout for Daryl.
I doubt it in this town. People disappear all the time in Scoggins. Nobody even notices anymore.
There have been other missing people?
Plenty others. Even that researcher over at the campground had his buddy go missing just last week.
Do you know where I could...
He's got a trailer at the Wallows campground. Name's Alfred, something or other. Have fun, Mr. FBI. Try looking for my brother while you're at it.
It sounds like
There's a piece
Isaac
of gum there.
Davner's just one of many missing people around Scoggins. The cases might all be related. I'm heading to the Wallows to ask a researcher there about his missing friend. And look for Daryl's brother, of course.
Just go there. again. There's a vent there. Go in, sir? No, he went through the... See? And he goes out that way. Oh well. There's another piece of gum, man? Man. For a time without gum, they just chew a lot of it and leave it all over the place. Yeah, let's go talk to her.
Hi, Mrs. Garrett.
This is
Hello,
Garrett.
Agent Tethers. I hope you had a good night.
I did, actually, thanks to a mysterious benefactor.
Oh, it's not that mysterious. I'm sure she just... I mean, whoever it was just hated the thought of you being out there in the dark and cold.
Mrs. Garrett, was anyone pressuring you to keep me from checking in?
What? Oh, no. That business about the vacancies was just, a clerical error. Oh, silly me.
Well, okay.
It's just that some people don't trust outsiders because they see this town as a family. A brotherhood of Scoggins, if you will. But that's no reason to be inhospitable.
Is there anyone else staying in the hotel?
To be honest, no. Why do you ask?
Somebody left a strange note under my door last night. Couldn't see who it was.
Oh my, I was at the desk all night, and I didn't see or hear anyone come in or out.
Has anyone in town actually seen the hidden people?
Agent Tethers, that's just crazy talk. The only gnomes in Scoggins are the little wooden ones.
Speaking of that, what happened to your collection from the window?
Oh, those? I sold them to that nice man Steve at the diner. Made a tidy profit, too.
Have you seen Bo Murphy? The last time I saw him, he was in the alley talking to someone. I was hoping to ask him some questions about it.
Bo Murphy? Well, I haven't seen him in... Oh my, how long has it been since I've seen him? Must have been around the time you were here last.
That's been quite some time.
Mumbled something about going into the woods to finish a conversation. Haven't seen him since.
Nobody's ever mentioned actually seeing one of the hidden people?
Oh, Agent Tethers, they're just stories people tell to make the long winters more interesting. Nobody really believes in that. Except that poor Bo Murphy, I guess. And Steve, over at the diner. Oh, and the Brotherhood, of course.
Did you file a missing persons report with the sheriff for Bo Murphy?
Oh my, no. I didn't even realize he was gone until you mentioned it. Bo was always a little unusual, even before he started talking about the whispers. I'm sure he'll be back before you know it.
I'm actually kind of curious about that hot dish I've been hearing about.
Oh, sorry, Agent Tethers. We really are out of the hot dish for real, I'm afraid. It's been a bad winter for moose meat, and the man who usually delivers the cilantro has gone mysteriously missing.
So long, Mrs. Garrett.
You stay safe out there.
Why does he go out the back door? If he goes out the back door, he'll come out the front door.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Daryl?
He's allergic to walnuts. What do you want to know? Not much to it, Mr. FBI. He went missing out past Sesame Woods, and somebody needs to go look for him.
Yeah, this game's kind of buggy. Alright, let's take the scooter. The campgrounds. Campground racetrack. 5 miles long. Down. The Wallows. There's some gun there. Some gun there.
That fire pit hasn't been used since the last thaw, assuming this place ever thaws. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a researcher.
You found one.
I'm Special Agent Tethers with the FBI Puzzle Research Division, Dr.
Versteckt. But that's my father's name. Call me Alfred. I'm doing anthropological research here in Scoggins. I'm a student of mankind.
Someone in town said your friend had gone missing?
Friend? Oh, yes, they must be talking about my graduate student, Will Medlock. Very bright young man. Disappeared, oh, when was that? 2 months ago?
That was before the incident at the eraser factory. But no one mentioned it before.
Can't say I'm surprised. Local law enforcement was no help.
Yes, I've met the local law enforcement.
People here are more interested in puzzles than missing people.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this missing grad student, Will?
Well, now that I think about it, I wonder if spending time in Scoggins was starting to have an effect on him.
How do you mean?
He became unfocused. Talked about nightmares and whispers. I didn't think much of it at the time. He walked away in the middle of one of my discussions about the transformative power of myth and legend. I thought he was just bored, but I never saw him again.
What is an anthropologist doing in Scoggins, Minnesota?
Same thing an anthropologist does anywhere else. I'm studying people.
The people of Scoggins? Is there enough to study?
Oh my, yes.
Are
The
there
shared
enough
reality made by the people and their folklore. I've been here for years, and I've just barely scratched the surface. Don't you get the sense that this is a town on the cusp of something big? Their folklore, their fascination with puzzles. It's as if the energy of thought is being transformed into solving one of the great problems of our age.
How long have you been here in Scoggins?
Well, let's see, about 15 years? I'm on my 8th government grant.
Do you know anything about the missing factory foreman, Isaac Davner?
Ah, yes. Fascinating story, that. A real suburban myth in the making. To the people of Scoggins, he's the archetype of the martyr, a ritual sacrifice made as an attempt to assert control over capricious nature.
Wait a second. Davner is not a myth. He's a real person. I've met him.
Myths are real, Agent Tethers. We're all characters playing roles. The hero in a quest for truth, the wise, mysterious sage who serves as his guide.
Wise. Right. You must know something about the local stories about gnomes?
The hidden people? Well, of course. They're the ones who brought me here in the first place. I'm studying the myth and worship of the hidden people.
Oh, then you've dealt with that cult, the Brotherhood of Scoggins.
Oh my, yes. Frightfully mad, all of them. Be careful, Agent Tethers. their devotion to the hidden people makes them extremely driven and extremely dangerous.
Thanks for your time, Alfred. If you hear any more about Isaac Davner or your missing friend, please let me know.
I've just spoken with a mild-mannered but extremely driven agent from the FBI. He was looking for information about the hidden people and the rash of disappearances in the area, including young Wills. Of course, if he's investigating a missing persons case, he'd best talk to Sheriff Bogg. The sheriff may not be helpful, but he is the one man in town with information about all the missing residents.
What he said.
What he said. All right.
That fire pit hasn't been used since the last thaw.
So I gotta go talk to the sheriff, huh? Sheriff's station.
I'm finally desperate enough to visit Sheriff Bogg's office, but he's already working against me. A note on the door says, "Out to grab a bite." If I want any answers, I'll have to head to the Moose Ear Diner. A note on the door says, "Out to grab a bite." If I want any answers, I'll have to head to the Moose Ear Diner. A note on the... If I want...
The Moose Ear Diner. I see no gum.
Hello, Sheriff Bogg.
Agent Heathers? What are you doing back in town? We got everything under control, and we don't need the FBI poking its...
Calm down, Sheriff. I'm just here on personal leave.
Well, I keep my eye on tourists just the same as FBI agents.
When I filed my report with the Bureau, I left out the part about you holding me at gunpoint.
Come on, Tethers. I don't know how you boys do things in Washington, but out here, sometimes a man's gotta do what he's gotta do, even if it means drawing a gun on a fella.
What? I hope you've started to take Bjorn's cult seriously. I'm convinced they're behind the disappearance of Isaac Davner.
What? That's crazy. The Brotherhood of Scoggins are valued members of this community. I'm not gonna let them be harassed by anybody, FBI or no.
I've heard that Isaac Davner is only one of the people to go missing around Scoggins. What can you tell me about the other disappearances?
What can I tell you? Nothing. Sure, I got files on all the so-called missing persons, but I don't have to show them to any FBI man, especially one who's not here on official business.
I believe the hidden people have something to do with the incident at the factory.
Agent Taylor, please. Just because we don't live in some fancy city doesn't mean you can treat us like gullible yokels.
You've been just as helpful as always, Sheriff Bogg.
Glad to be of service, Agent Chathers. Enjoy your time in our town, and behave yourself.
Agent Tethers,
Ah!
we need to talk
Glory?
outside.
Yeah, your boyfriend. Nobody seems to believe he exists.
What did you need to talk about, Mrs. Davner?
It's about Isaac. He's not back yet. He's supposed to be back.
Yeah, but
Why are you worried about Isaac now? You're the one who helped them take him.
You don't understand. It was the only way to save him.
Save him?
Isaac was troubled. The Brotherhood offered us a way to cure him.
How are the Brotherhood supposed to cure Isaac?
Some kind of spiritual thing, I guess. Neither of us really understood it, but we were desperate.
I warn you, Glory, that attacking an FBI agent with a chainsaw is a federal offense.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. It's just, you were going to stop the Brotherhood. I couldn't let you. Isaac needed to finish his journey.
Do you have any idea where the hidden people would have taken Isaac?
The hidden people aren't real.
But I saw them taking Isaac away.
It's the Brotherhood. They lied.
What do you mean when you say the Brotherhood lied?
Bjorn talked about finding peace by communing with forest spirits. I thought it was a... what's the word?
A metaphor?
No, a crock. But we'd try anything. And now Isaac's missing.
In the lodge, I saw a photo of you and Isaac with the rest of the Brotherhood.
They said they could help us. Help Isaac. But they've been taking people. They took Isaac. It's all my fault.
They took Isaac? Have you told the sheriff?
The sheriff knows. He's working with them.
Look, Glory, I'd like to stay and talk, but
You've got to get the missing person files.
that's actually a good idea.
I'll make sure Sheriff Boggs stays in the diner. Find out anything you can about Isaac.
I finally got some help, more or less, in finding Isaac Davner. His wife, Glory, believes that the local cult is behind all the missing person cases in Scoggins. I'm going back to the sheriff's office to find out exactly what he's hiding in his files. Oh, Mr. Scruffman, you've been there the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
between the 5 generators are all devices using every available power outlet. Generators will evenly split power if used twice. Each device must be powered exactly to their power needs. To their power needs. 15, 40, 30, 45, 10, 30, 50, 30, 10. I guess these are the generators. So that's 25, and 5 is 30. So this is 5 and 15. Let's see, put that there. This is weird. Okay. 50. How do you get 15? It gives you 5. 5. 10. That's 15. Okay. We got 5 more here, so put it there. 40, 15, 25. So we got 5 and 25 is 30. 30. And 15 is 45. And then I got 15 here. And that's 30. That's 25. And 50. Yeah, there you go, like that. There you go. Grade A special. The biggest part of it is the computer's 45 unit need. It takes the 30 and 10 generators. Plus 5 from 1 to 10 generator mode. The rest of the logic can be attached in a number of ways using remaining power modes. Okay. That's not exactly how I did it, but okay.
Daryl's disappearance has got to be tied into all of this somehow. That conversation between Glory and me was strictly confidential, you know. I know you'd like Isaac out of the way, but I'm going to find him.
If you say so.
What is hitting the wrench, the sign with the wrench?
Still working on that sign, huh?
Things fall apart.
Still working on...
Things.
Daryl's disappearing.
So let's go to the sheriff's office.
The station is locked tight. It looks like the sheriff's interest in puzzles extends to office security.
Office security. With one cut, remove all the obstructions to break down the sheriff's office door. With one cut, huh? So if I cut that, if I cut this one, we can remove the chains. This one only there. And this one's only there. So if I cut it there. How do I cut it? Alright. Now this I don't know how. With one cut. I don't get it. don't get it. The cutscene starts somewhere on the top half of the door, and then ends somewhere on the bottom half. Or do you drag? Ah, okay. Yep. Okay, if we do it here though. Nope. Nope. From here. Something that's gotta cut everything. Doesn't cut that. Don't cut that. This one cuts everything. Right there. Don't cut that. That ain't it. That ain't it. That was it? How can that be it? Alright, how? The chains on the door are dependent on the wood planks and won't hold if the planks are removed. Okay, the solution is to remove the wood planks, then chains won't block the door. Okay, so don't worry about the chains then. Oh, alright. Okay.
Aha! Now to find those missing persons files.
Remove the files. Help Nelson get to the other side of the room unseen. Drag the office furniture around to block the light source and create a safe path for Nelson to walk through. So where's Nelson at? I guess he's here, huh? How do you drag stuff? Like that? Oh, I see. Okay. That how I do it? That's how I do it. Accepted. Inspected grade 8. To get the upside down L cuts to the lower right hand, from there the other pieces can be arranged over there. And look at those files.
Hello, Agent Tethers.
Cripes! Sheriff Bog! How long have you been standing?
Randall Scruffman told me you might be paying my office a visit.
I'm sorry, it's just, I really needed to see how bad this missing person problem is.
Everything I got about missing people is in those files.
Thanks. Did Glory Davner ever tell you she suspected the Brotherhood of being involved in the disappearances?
Glory's a confused young lady. The Brotherhood helps people, whether it's with personal troubles or with what the fancy doctors call an addiction to puzzles.
She told me that you're working with the Brotherhood.
Rumors. Unprovable rumors. Just find what you need in those files and then be on your way.
Why is he letting him?
Are you sure you don't have...
Everything I have is...
I wonder if the rest of the Scoggins police force is as competent as Sheriff Bogg. I wonder if the...
Got her did? Got her did?
With all due respect, Sheriff, these files aren't exactly comprehensive. There are no dates.
What's in the files is everything I got, Tethers.
Discovered a secret message by placing the names of Scoggins' missing residents in the order they disappeared, starting from the first to go missing. Notes of missing persons in Scoggins. Isaac was the last to be kidnapped before Darrow, who was kidnapped last. Isaac was the last to be kidnapped before Darrow, who was kidnapped last. Hillary and Will were kidnapped before Ted. Ted was not kidnapped fourth. Will was not kidnapped first. Okay. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. 2 of them were kidnapped, so fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get in that. So that's 3 and 4. And then I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 6. So 5. So 3 and 4. 3 and 4. So we got 1, 2, and 6 left. 1, 2, 5, and 6. Yeah. 3 and 4. Williams was looking at first. Ted should have been first. Second. So that's 5 and 6 here. 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it was Ted, Will, Halder, and Will. Okay. So Halder was first. So Ted was first. Ted's first. 2, 3. So Ted is first. And then 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 6, okay. So what? So who was first? Ted was first. Ted. Put Ted first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 11, 7. Oh, I see. Okay. That's what it does. Could it be that? Could be like that. Ted was first. Ted was first. So let's see. Ted was not kidnapped first. Let's try this out. Okay. Where's my 11? Will. Will. Haldor and Will, right? Haldor and Will were kidnapped before Ted. Before Ted. Haldor and Will were kidnapped before Ted. So Ted was taken third. Alright. And who's left? Barney, Isaac, and Daryl. Barney, Isaac, and Daryl. Well, Isaac was kidnapped last before Daryl. Daryl was dead, so Isaac is 5. Isaac would be 5. And Daryl. Teeter Dottier? Okay, so Ted was not kidnapped 4th. Where's Ted? He's 3rd. Was not kidnapped 4th. Will was not kidnapped 1st. Where's Will? He was kidnapped 2nd. Teeter Dotter. Dotty. Teeter Dotty. I doubt it, but let's see. Ejected. That was it? Damn, bro. I'm smarter than the average bear. Okay, how? Let me see how I figured that out. Gathering known relationship or when catering. Certain people went missing, you were able to piece together all of but what could Teeter Dottier mean? Okay. Yeah, alright.
Aha! It spells a name? Teeter-daughter.
Did you say teeter-daughter?
Maybe?
That's probably Melkorka teeter-daughter. And she's a strange one. Keeps to herself. Nobody in town really knows her.
Is she one of the missing people?
Missing? Nah, I can't say anyone would miss her. She lives in the old Teeterson house over on the west side of town, near Valda's Inn.
Then I'd better find out what she knows about all these disappearances.
Putting my furniture back in order and fix the lock on your way out, Tethers.
What do you know about this woman, Melkorka Teeter-daughter?
Korka? It's like I said, she lives on the west side of town near Valda's. Any more than that, you'll have to find out from her directly.
What do you know?
Korka? Any more than that?
Got her deed.
I wonder if the
That's weird. Korka's house. Let's go. There's a gun.
At least the eraser factory's up and running again. Scoggins' only exports are erasers and weirdness. Assuming Sheriff Bog wasn't sending me on another wild goose chase, I've arrived at the house of the mysterious Melkorka. I'm still not sure how she ties into the disappearances, but she's the only lead I've got. According to the sheriff's description, she sounds like a recluse, probably the town's resident gossipy spinster.
I think she'd be some little old lady. Just that.
Good evening, Agent Tethers. I see you found my note. Quickly, come inside before they see us.
I see you're a puzzle fan, Ms. Teeterdaughter?
I dabble. Keeps the brain sharp. And my friends call me Korka. I would hope you're a friend, Agent Tethers. Can I get you a drink? Or a crossword?
Just the facts, ma'am. Board games! And they're all for 2 players only! Marry me. Oh, I mean, you should try the new, strategy game, Marry Me. It's fun for the, whole family. Is this the latest from Hanji Monosaki?
Rated 4 dragons, they said. Monosaki-sensei's lost his edge.
I thought it was kind of tricky.
Why'd you leave?
You mentioned a note. Are you the one who slipped a note with a puzzle under my door?
Forgive the theatrics, Agent Heathers. I knew your reputation, but I had to be sure you had what it takes.
Your puzzle had a list of all the missing people in Scoggins for over a decade.
I've been keeping track. Somebody has to.
There's a name I didn't recognize. Halder Magnuson.
Halldór. He was my partner.
Business partner?
8 years ago, he went into the woods. Never came back.
What does this mean? Isaac Davner does not exist.
Finally, you're asking the right questions.
Test pilot Ed Davis? But that's Isaac Davner.
And look at the date of that article.
16 years ago. And that's just a few weeks before the date of the first missing persons case.
Exactly.
How are the hidden people tied into all this?
Seriously, Agent Heathers? Maybe I misjudged you. Are you here to investigate a crime? Or to chase after forest gnomes, like those gullible fools in the Brotherhood cult?
None of this explains how Bjorn and his Brotherhood cult is involved.
Think clearly, Nelson. That lodge has been a part of the town for decades. The disappearances started only 16 years ago. There is only one explanation. Ed Davis, your Isaac Davner, is a serial murderer.
But the hidden people! I saw them take Isaac away.
Smokescreen. Davner disappeared just as you were getting too close. You're the only one who can find him and stop him.
I don't know what to think. I need some gum.
Let me see your map. I have marked approximately where in the woods Haldor disappeared. Once the FBI showed up, Ed Davis ran back into hiding.
But
You want to find Isaac Davner? Head back to the scene of his crimes.
all right, I'll do it. Someone has got to investigate.
Come back whenever you find something, Nelson. I'll be up. I can stay up all night.
Well then.
And with that, we shall call it a night. Until next time. $1 million, man, already. Shit. Yep. All right, folks. That's all we're gonna do today, and we're gonna end the. We're gonna end the show for today. And I think I made a mistake at the beginning of the show. Oh well. So until next time, when we meet again, we shall say goodbye. From everybody here at the Master Cave Studios, we bid you a fond adieu from all of us to all of you. Good night, folks. All right, Frank, press the button.